space to move, creating huge flows and vortices according to calculations. Some of them can reach speeds of up to 50 km/h, and their size can be larger than the solar system. Also, in some areas of the nebula, thin filaments stretching for light years have been discovered, consisting of relatively cold molecular hydrogen, not mixed with methane, ethane, and water. Further, we will see that the central region of the Orion Nebula is surrounded by a gas cloud that is colder and denser than the bright stellar cloud and the light of the ionized hydrogen diacetyl, a complex way of creating a beautiful, colorful light curtain. Behind it are hundreds of space objects invisible in the optical range, but the infrared cameras of modern telescopes allow us to see through the layer of interstellar matter by combining data from different sources. Astronomers have discovered about 700 protostars at different stages of evolution in this region. Their density is significantly lower than the central part of the nebula, due to the lower level of gravitational compression of the interstellar gas. Most of these objects are very young by cosmic standards and are still in the process of formation. According to modern concepts of stellar evolution, new stars are formed through the gradual gravitational compression of large interstellar gas clouds. Normally, this process causes giant nebulae to split into many gravitational centers close together and soon turn into protostars. These clusters are called stellar nurseries, or more scientifically, star-forming regions. At a certain point, the internal pressure of the compressed gas balances the gravitational force, bringing the protostars. The star enters a state of temporary equilibrium. The remaining matter swirls into a giant vortex disk, with some of it gradually being absorbed by the future star, and the rest being pushed away from the RH boundary of the star system. The young star's growing magnetic field also plays its part, as ionized particles accelerate through the magnetic field lines and then escape from the vicinity of the object. It has been calculated that such flows can reach speeds of up to 200 km/s as they collide with the gas clouds around them, creating large vortices and hemispheres called Herbig-Haro objects. In the process, some of the kinetic energy is converted into light and heat, creating strange structures with different colors. In addition, the superfast movement affects the surrounding matter, creating shock waves that spread out, and these waves are also recorded by telescopes. As stellar nurseries contain many protostars located close together. Each star creates many gas streams, so it is not surprising that Herbig-Haro objects show an incredible diversity of shapes, shape, and color. They are essentially the result of a cosmic collision. They are very unstable and changeable. Haro-Haric objects change color and shape rapidly, and often completely vanish after a few tens of thousands of years. During this time, they travel 1 to 3 light-years on an orbit away from their parent star. About 400 such objects have been discovered so far, with the total estimated number in the galaxy being around 150,000. Perhaps one of the variations of this awe-inspiring natural phenomenon are bullets, hundreds of astronomical units in diameter, also discovered in the Orion Nebula. Moving at incredible speeds, they easily penetrate thinner hydrogen clouds, creating shock waves that spread far and wide. According to spectroscopic analysis, the front part of these objects contain iron atoms that glow in the infrared. These celestial objects, known as bullets, are estimated to be around 1 year old, and their origin remains a mystery. They may have originated from some cataclysmic event that continues their journey. We will soon realize that the Orion Nebula is part of a much larger cosmic structure called the Orion Cloud, which spans hundreds of light-years, covering almost the entire constellation. Orion in the Earth's night sky. This is where the famous Horsehead Nebula is located, which stands out for its strange shape. It is a dense dust cloud about 3.5 light-years in diameter, easily visible against a contrasting red background. Also close to the Orion Nebula is another impressive cosmic structure called the Barna Ring. This emission nebula is about 300 light-years in size, formed about 3 million years ago, after a series of consecutive supernova explosions. After the gas streams were compressed by the shock wave, mixing them, creating a giant warp nebula and a cluster of many young stars, giving it a red color despite its beauty. The Orion Nebula is a fragile and unstable object by cosmic standards. Stellar winds and light pressure from the many young stars along with the gas streams and vortices. The chaos constantly disperses the object. Its matter into the space around the nebula has lost about 60 pH of its original matter, and in about 100,000 years it will lose the rest. Instead, there will be a similar to the Pleiades cluster. For a while young stars will form. It will move together, but eventually each star will find its own way through the vast space of the infinite galaxy, despite years of observation and modern equipment. James Webb has clearly demonstrated that we have yet to see the universe in all its diversity. Thanks to the images from the telescope, we have discovered that even the supposedly well-studied areas of the sky can hide unknown wonders. The deep, dark abysses of space always hide countless mysteries, and no one can know what will happen in the future. In the rim of the solar system, there is a small world covered in toxic ice, hidden in the vast abyss of space, where a giant darkness obscures the star, while the sun moves silently across the sky with its weak light. At the rays of sunlight here cannot dispel the dim darkness that covers the icy plains, where the terrain is cut by deep fissures. This is Pluto, a lifeless kingdom made of rock and ice. It is immersed in the darkness of eternity. Pluto is about 40 astronomical units from the Sun and is a dark object that is difficult to distinguish. This distant celestial body moves